I'm back with another YouTube video for you guys. This is me basically telling you guys my opinion on episode 30 of Love Island. Okay, so in the beginning of Love Island, basically they go off the recoupling vibe. They basically, they come through from the challenge or whatever the challenge they had from episode, I think, 29, and they all kind of like spiked up and hyped up because for the simple fact that it got messy on the island. A lot of the tea started being spilled and stuff like that. And I honestly felt like in this episode, I feel like they got down to the nitty gritty of who's going to really stay. And I like the fact that they did the recoupling too, honestly. I didn't like how they played with Amaya in episode like 29 and stuff like that. I feel like they was not really feeling her. The dudes that she was talking to was like Zach and Elon. I feel like they really wasn't feeling her and stuff like that as much as Brian. So we're gonna get into that. And so basically what had happened was she wasn't feeling them. They ended up doing the recoupling at the end. The episode was good. The episode was great. They ended up doing the recoupling at the end and stuff like that. But before that, it was like Shelly and Ace wasn't even talking to each other because the whole shit happened on episode 29 that blew up everybody and blew up in the world. Like everybody was basically coming for everybody on these little cue cards and stuff like that. I think that was episode 29 if I'm not mistaken, or 28. It was one of them. It was one of the messy episodes. But that episode blew up the whole motherfucking villa. Like blew it up. Like boom, bitch. Like shook it up the room. I was like, damn, bitch, okay, I'll see what y'all got going on, Love Island. It's so messy, we live for it. And basically, Ace had came and Shelly and was like, so you're telling me to do something, but you're not doing it. Basically, like, we didn't close this off. So Shelly was like, but you the one that said you want to keep it open. Clock and see, because he did say he wanted to keep the relationship open. He really didn't say anything about closing off that relationship between them two, which she was actually right. But the way she handled it with him, because Huda was the same girl that was all up on him and shit. She was twerking and shit, but Huda's supposed to be Shelly's friend. So I feel like Huda was wrong, because for the simple fact you could see, like, after the whole situation was done, after the whole challenge was done, Huda still was like twerking on Ace and stuff, like jumping on Ace and turned backwards and started like putting her ass in his face. So she was like, so Shelly felt some type of way. I'm sorry, y'all. Shelly felt some type of way. Shelly was basically like, damn, this my man, this my nigga. Like, why the fuck would you do that? No shade. Like, that is so rude and that is so wrong. Which Shelly was right. If you say you were a friend of somebody, if that was her doing that to Jeremiah, Huda would have had a problem. No shade. Huda would have had a motherfucking problem with it. Huda would have did the birthday. Huda would have burnt the villa down, bitch. It wouldn't have been no villa. So, I feel like Shelly was right for how the way she felt, because she said, you was my friend, you was my sister, you to my sisterhood. But at the end of the day, you all up on my nigga, you twerking on my nigga and doing all this weird ass shit on my nigga. Like, is that not weird to you, bitch? Like, is that, you not getting the picture, girl? So, I get what Shelly was saying about that. And then, she stopped talking to Huda for like, I think an episode or two, like 2 episodes or whatever. Huda was so motherfucking mad and pissed or whatever the case may be. She was storming out. She was like crying and shit. Then she talked to Alondria, and Alondria basically told her like, you did do too much, no shade. Another part happened was when Amaya basically was, they came for Amaya. So basically they said Amaya was coming on too strong to the boys. Amaya was saying like, hey, baby, all this type of shit, all this type of stuff. But my thing is like, Brian was like, well, I'm Puerto Rican, that's where we from. Well, Pepe or whatever. Somebody was like, well, I'm Puerto Rican, that's where we come from. Like, that's how we talk, that's our language. It wasn't like towards nobody. Then you had Ace get up there like, yeah, cause you woo, woo, woo. And I'm like, girl, big girl, this ain't even about you. Like, you made that situation, that moment about you, Ace. It wasn't even about you. Like, Amaya is a pretty girl. Amaya is she wear her heart on her sleeve, so she's very like emotional. So I feel where she was coming from with that. You see what I'm saying? I don't think she really was rushing to get with somebody. I just think she that's the way she talked. But y'all just say nothing when Huda was doing this to Jeremiah. Y'all did, but didn't. You see what I'm saying? Like, y'all said love bombing, but Huda was literally love bombing the fuck out of Jeremiah. They both was love bombing each other. And the whole time, Jeremiah really did fuck with Huda until she started tripping out and acting a fucking fool. To be honest. Because I don't like Huda, to be honest. She's like my least favorite character on the fucking show. She just think everything's supposed to be about her. She just think everything's supposed to go her way. She just real want to be dominant, want to be in control. Like, you can't control a grown-ass man. They're grown. And at the end of the day, they fuck with you, they fuck with you. Just like Jeremiah fucked with you, he fucked with you heavy, Joe. Like, he was not trying to talk to nobody. He was not trying to fuck with nobody. Like, literally the whole time, he was fucking with her. You see what I'm saying? Then you got somebody else that was fucking with you, but told you the same thing, like, you're controlling. And now you got Chris saying the same motherfucking thing. So it's like, Huda, this is who you are, but you play this motherfucking role and you act a fucking fool. And it's like, girl, you shouldn't even be doing all that because at the end of the day, you're running your man away. No shade. She stormed off because she couldn't take the heat in the kitchen. Who else? Austin, when they got on Austin ass, they was coming for Austin down, bitch. They said Austin was fake and whatever the case may be. They said Austin was bogus as fuck, you know, for a lot of things. Like, he was saying different things in comfort and basically saying how he felt or whatever towards the whole little situation towards the villa and shit like that, like towards people and shit, but he wasn't saying it like really out. He was just kind of like hiding and shit. So I was like, okay, he been a little shady. So I'm like, okay, cool. I like what they did to Taylor because Taylor was so messy for sitting up there and picking Clark over Alondria. Boom. Taylor, I don't like you either. I just feel like you played this role for a long time, and now you played this role, and now you basically was like, fuck Alondria, I got Clark because colorist. Like, I feel like Taylor is a colorist. Taylor did not want Alondria only because she was so darker than him. Darker skin complexion. I feel like he liked it Clark because she was more like his tone, more of his speed. Clark was speed, so I think he liked that more. What else I feel like? Honestly, I love the show. I think the show is amazing. What else? I like how they did the recoupling, like how they made Amaya go with Bryant. They made Ace and Shelly together. You know they was gonna pick each other anyway, so that's a no-brainer. They love each other down. Even though they get into it, they love each other. They picked Alandria and Nick for the first time. Really, I'm glad that they came back and got each other because at the end of the day, if she would still be stuck on Taylor, Taylor still won't be fucking with her. Taylor still be fucking with Clark. So I'm glad that she got out that shell and kind of get out the mode. Nick, I love me some Nick. I think Nick is cool, but Nick can be messy. All them bitches up in the villa could be messy. No shade. It could be a little messy. Messiana. What else I gotta say? Alandria, I do like Alandria. I think she carry herself like a lady. Shelly cool. Who else? Clark, I really don't too much have anything to say for her. Other than like you there. Iris really don't do too much, so I kind of fuck with Iris because she don't really do too much. Huda, I don't like Huda. Ace be sometimes because Ace can be chill, but then Ace also could be an asshole too. So he could be like sometimes but that's why I'm like, okay, I don't know what's that to get him. Who else? Chris, I love Chris. I think Chris is a beautiful person. I think he really do love Huda. I think he really do fuck with Huda. I think he really do like Huda. Pepe, love Pepe. Love him down to the ground. Amaya, I love Amaya down. Honestly, but this is my reaction to majority of like the episodes, and then we get into that episode. So then we get into episode, what is it? Let me check for y'all. I think it's like 30 or 31. Okay, 30 is when so 30 is a different episode. This is basically when they eliminate Elon and Zach. So happy they eliminated Zach ass because the way you did Amaya was so motherfucking messy, and I'm glad you got your ass eliminated. The episode was very great. The episode was really nice. They talked it out. They got reacquainted with each other and actually became cool with each other. So that's kind of like the recap of 30. 31 was when 31 is when they had the baby, the new episode, when the Islanders basically was parents for the episode 31. they're always parents. They're always doing a good job. Who won the challenge? Taylor and Clark won the challenge, which I felt like they shouldn't have won the challenge. I feel like Ace and Shelly should have won the challenge because they really did take care of them fucking kids. Like, they was their own kids, even though it was baby dolls. But I feel like they did an amazing job with it. And I think they did so good with taking care of them kids, the fake ass kids. So, what else? Did nobody get a recoupling on this one? It was just very much they being parents. They did a good job. Then you had Huda coming at Chris like, oh, I didn't tell you to do this and I didn't tell you to do that. Like, girl, who was you talking to? Because for one, baby, that's not how you talk to somebody. And for two, he was doing a good ass job as a parent because you didn't have a baby all day. He did. You see what I'm saying? You didn't have a baby all day. He did. You know, so I don't know who you talking to, but baby, you need to redirect the hinge. I like the episode. I think the episode was very good. It gave them an insight of how to be parents and how to, deal with a baby or the child or two kids at one time or one kid at one time. And I think they did a really good job with that one. Now, I love the ending because Amaya and Brian finally got into the hookah room. They got into the lounge, baby. They did that one and they did that one. And I'm proud of her because my good girl got some dick. So I'm proud that she got all that. So, yeah, the episode was good. But now on the next one that's coming up, which is episode 32, that's going to be one of the couples is going home. So, we're going to stay tuned to that one. But this is basically my reaction to, like, which one is it? I think it's, like, episode 20. Which one was the bad one? I think it was 26. Oh, no. Okay, so no, that ain't it. It was like 26 to like 31. I said 26 to 21. So this is my reaction, episode 26 to 31. I just had to put it all together for you guys because honestly, I feel like it was a lot going on the villa. Who I really want to win would be Amaya and Brian. I think they have an amazing chance. I love them so much. I think they're doing an amazing job. And I think she really did find love on the island. Despite her going to different people and people shutting her down because she was too much. I think she's going to have a good run. I don't like Huda at all, but I do like Chris. So, no shade. And Ace and Shelly cool as fuck, too. I like Ace and Shelly, no shade. So, I that's kind of like my second couple, I would say. Second or third. Because Pepe and Irish, I don't think their connection is that deep. Because, honestly, he's still in love with Hannah. No shade. So, I think... he really not really feeling her like that, but he's trying to feel her, but he's really not, but he's trying. You see what I'm saying? Shelly and Nick and Alondria, and I like Nick and Alondria, and I think they'll do a good job. I think my three top is Nick and Alondria, Amaya and Bryant, and Shelly and Ace. No shade. Because if Pepe was with Hannah, I would have picked Hannah and Pepe. Because I really did like Hannah and Pepe. So I don't know. So yeah, this is my reaction to my recap of episode 26 through 31. I love Love Island. If you don't know, get into it. But like, subscribe to the video, big fat thumbs up, and yeah, love you guys.